Good morning, folks. B. Hawkins here with B. Hawkins Consulting, and I promised you all that I'd bring you some topics that the healthcare industry really doesn't want you to know. And it's taken me a minute. I really was trying to figure out which topic I wanted to bring you first because there's so much. And so what I wanted to present to you today is basically it's going to be part of your Medicaid pending process. And so if you have, let's say you own a home, or your loved one owns a home and they need to go into a nursing facility long term, there are two options for that. Now I'm going to tell you what the nursing homes want you to do. The nursing homes will tell you that you need to sell the home, and then there's going to be a waiting period, and then they'll help qualify. You're going to have to spend down the account to $2,000. There's another option. The reason they tell you to sell the home is because once you sell the home, then the facility is going to be private pay for your loved one until the spend down to that $2,000 limit is completed in the checking account. Yes. So if, let's say that you sell the home for $200,000. Now, there's some things you can do that they also don't want you to know about. You can take out a life insurance policy. You can, burial plans can be paid up. You have options to utilize that money. You can set up an annuity, an irrevocable annuity. So don't sell the home just because the facility is telling you to sell the home and then spend all of your money in the facility. And then when your loved one passes, you have no burial plans, you have no funeral arrangements. You can do all of that and still put your loved one in a facility. A lot of facilities will not tell you that. You can also do what we call an intent to return home. So when that Medicaid application is completed, basically the facility is going to mark intent to return home. What that means is if at some point your loved one is able to return home, they can. It won't affect their Medicaid eligibility. If you decide to take your loved one home with a caregiver, they still have a home to go home to. So there's an intent there. So yes, you can keep the home. Now, if you keep the home, and this is a lot of information, make sure that, and hopefully your loved one is still competent, or you yourself are still in a frame of mind where this can be completed. Because if you have dementia or your loved one has dementia, this is going to be a really sticky process for you. So keeping the home. If there's a home that an individual wants willed to a loved one or a family, you need to have a ladybird deed. And the reason I'm throwing this topic in is because this is part of keeping the home. So you put the ladybird deed on the home. They're not cheap. On average, Medicaid Filing Connection can get one done for you for about $800. And if you want Medicaid Filing Connection's information, drop me a comment and I will give you that information. So basically, this ladybird deed is going to protect the home. You will have to go file it at the courthouse once the attorney sends you the ladybird deed back. If you don't file it at the courthouse, it's not any good. But what that ladybird deed will do is, in the event that an individual passes away, the home will automatically transfer over to the individual that the home was left to. That will keep it out of probate, which is a lengthy process. It will also keep the state from taking it if an individual has Medicaid, because there's another program, we'll talk about at a later date, called MERP, or Medicaid Medicaid Estate Recovery Program. I got stuck for a minute. So there's a few elements to that. But the bottom line is the home does not have to be sold with all of the funds going directly to that facility. If you choose to do it, that's great. Make sure that you've done some other things like the funeral arrangements, the burial plans, and annuity. Make sure you take what you can and put it to use without giving it away and being stuck in the end. You can also do an intent to return home. Last piece of information is, if you do decide to sell the home, there will be a waiting period before your loved one can actually qualify for Medicaid. So if you like this information, hit the like, subscribe button. If there's another topic attached to this or something additional concerning Medicaid that you'd like information on, drop me a comment. I'm happy to give you that information. I've got a client to get to. You all have a great day. This is B. Hawkins signing off. Talk to you next time.